Hello, my name is Kedar and you're watching RPTV. On today's program, we will visit Rosedale Heights School of Arts, where a photography exhibition and book launch are taking place. The project, a fusion between the Toronto District School Board, TDSB, School Improvement Process, the Neighbourhood Information Post, RHSA staff, and the Parents Committee of Rosedale Heights, provided a unique opportunity for Moss Park kids to capture and showcase stories through visual images. Rosedale Heights School of Arts, located at the top end of Ward 10 or Ward 13, also known as Toronto Centre, is considered to be one of the top 10 schools in Canada. Rosedale Heights provides programs rich in both artistic and academic opportunities. It also has a student body drawn from across the city, reflecting truly diverse and rich character of Toronto, with students coming from all parts of the city, and with the school being located in what is commonly known as downtown east area of the city. It is not surprising that some of the students will be from Moss Park. While Moss Park has been identified as one of the most underserved neighborhoods of Toronto, it has at the same time many attributes such as cultural diversity, historical architecture, green spaces, arts and culture scene, and a vast array of community initiatives. The event included the installation of the photography exhibit and the launch of the accompanying book. We'll interview Visnja Brcic, the NIP board member who conceived the project, along with the project lead, photographer Brian Gregory, and several participants. Additionally, we'll hear from local political representatives who attended to celebrate the project's achievements and recognize the significance of Black History Month, given the diverse backgrounds of many participating youth from Black, African, Caribbean, and Asian diasporic communities. Now let's go see how the event went.
My name is Michelle Forrester, and I'm a board member with Neighbourhood Information Post.
My name is Visnja Brcic, and I'm also a board director with Neighbourhood Information Post. A few years ago, I was in Istanbul in a hotel, and I saw pictures of life in Istanbul, everyday life in Istanbul, and I was really curious, so I went to every floor, and there were really interesting pictures, like slices of ordinary life. Two girls waiting for their friends to go to a concert. An old I don't know what the name is, a cabinet maker, I suppose. We started talking about some art projects for children. We started the project just before COVID, and then we couldn't really execute it. So we had to wait. And then at the end, or towards the end of COVID, we found photographer, professional photographer, an award-winning photographer who also seemed to be good in communicating with children.
My name is Brian Gregory. I am the program lead for the Moss Park Photography Project. I essentially helped lead the youth in this program from start to finish. We taught them a lot about the fundamentals of photography and moved on into how to use a camera and essentially guided them through the entire process of starting from understanding, like I said, the fundamentals, to understanding how to operate a camera and how to use the equipment. My background, I have been working in film and photography for the past 15 years. I got into it very organically. I was actually a part of a youth program myself, similar to this. I've studied at York University, George Brown College, New York Film Academy.
And we hired him. He first gave some workshop and instructions to children, and then let them loose in Moss Park. So we got a donation by TD Bank, 5,000, but we couldn't do it with this money. So I don't know, Gladys found some money from somewhere else, but I'm not sure about the final amount was.
It's a project that we're very proud of. It gives the youth a great sense of pride and ownership, and to see their images displayed in such a wonderful book, it's just words cannot express the great sense of pride, as Visnja said. So we're very proud of it. It's a great success. The book looks wonderful, and we're really happy to put it on display today.
I think it was a very successful project. The kids really took to taking photographs with a lot of enthusiasm.
So working with the youth of Moss Park presented some challenges, but also created opportunity for a lot of progression to be made. Now, when we were working with these kids, they were fresh slates. They didn't know anything about photography. They didn't necessarily know how to use a camera, and they didn't know any of the fundamentals or anything like that. But what they all did have in common is they had access to a smart camera, a smartphone, a tablet, anything that can take a photo. So we used that as a common ground to bring the kids into the craft and teach them a lot of the fundamentals. So some of the first exercises that we did were shot on their cell phones. A lot of kids were young. Some were as young as 6 years old, and we, if they have a parent that has a smartphone, anything like that, as long as they could get their hands on some camera, the idea was to teach them that it doesn't matter what you're using, it matters how you use it. And so we taught them a lot of lighting, composition, framing, different techniques that could be executed with household materials, lights that you have around your house, in your buildings, in your neighborhood, and really motivated them to work with what they have and try to make the most of that. Now, once we moved on from those lessons, we moved up to teaching them how to use a real camera. And the beautiful part about this program is that we were able to fund and put multiple camera kits in the community for the youth that's accessible for them to use up until this day. So these cameras did not disappear with the program. They are in the community permanently and available to the youth of the program. So it's something that I really motivated them and really encouraged them to do, which was to make use of the cameras, experiment, go out, play with it, make mistakes, just learn.
We are honored to collaborate with the Neighbourhood Information Post in bringing the Moss Park Photostory to our school, and to showcase the work of Black youth in the Moss Park area during the TDSB's African Heritage Month. On your way in, you saw the Moss Park Photostory photographs hanging in the hallways. And later this evening, we will hear some of the participants speak about their work. We're also showcasing the talents of some of our RHA students at the school this evening. Okay, so we're going to be moving forward now, and we're going to have some remarks from the representatives from the Neighbourhood Information Post. So I'm going to invite Gladys Wong, the Executive Director, Visnja Brcic, the Board Director, and Leah Wolde-Georgis, the Community Worker, to come up and say a few words to all of you about the show.
Moss Park is one of the communities that we serve, and it always has a special place in our hearts. When we see Moss Park, I see Moss Park as a beautiful cultural mosaic, positive energy, and courage and resilience. Unfortunately, Moss Park has been stigmatized for years, and we thought the Moss Park Photo Project would be a good opportunity for us to showcase the talents and the energy of the youths and kids in Moss Park. So we're very grateful tonight that we have the opportunity to share these photos with all of you and to be able to show you another side of Moss Park. Moss Park is more than what meets the eye. We're looking forward to more opportunities to continue to work with the kids and the youth in Moss Park to strengthen the Moss Park community through arts and photography. And lastly, I wanted to thank Ms. Melton and Ms. Esther Brooks for this opportunity to share our work with us tonight. And I wanted to also thank all our political representatives who have a special love for Moss Park, and it's really through the support of all of these special people that we community agencies are able to do our work in Moss Park successfully. So very grateful to all of you. So I'm gonna let our board director Visnja and our community worker Leah say a few words.
My name is Visnja Brcic. I am, as Gladys said, one of the board directors, and I'm also chair of the programming committee. A few years ago, programming committee commissioned a needs assessment study for the catchment area of Neighbourhood Information Post, and it was determined that Moss Park is one of the most underserved area of Toronto.
I don't have much to say. I want to thank everyone for being here. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us, supporting our youth, and we really appreciate it. I first want to thank the youth for your participation. You guys worked very hard. You could have done so many things, but you chose to engage in the program. So thank you very, very much. I also want to thank the staff at Rosedale Heights. The school is so beautiful. Every time I walk in here, it just reminds me of like when I was in high school. The school, it's just the artwork, the students. So thank you so much again, Nancy, for putting this together. We really, really appreciate your support. We couldn't have done this without you. Deborah, Cindy as well, and the entire staff and team. All the youth that are out here working hard. Again, they could have been anywhere else, but they're here supporting this event. So thank you to all the amazing students for your help. But the biggest thank you, the biggest thanks I want to give is to Nemo, Visnja, and Miriam. So everyone, a round of applause for them. So these are the parents of our wonderful youth, and without them, this wouldn't happen. Their resilience, they're constantly on top of the youth, if not their child, the other children, to come out to partake in these amazing opportunities. And without you guys, we definitely could not have this, and you definitely made it possible. So thank you again. And that's it for me.
Sorry, thank you. Our next speaker is Brian Gregory. Sorry, I had to find where we were in the program. The Moss Park Photostory Project Lead. I'm going to invite you up to say a few words.
Yeah, it's just really nice to see everybody come together. The staff at Neighbourhood Information Post, everything that they do for the youth in the community. It's really special to see everything come together today and see this program continue to live on and continue to have wings and grow. And to everybody here, I thank you all for your presence today. I'm extremely grateful to get to see a lot of the young brothers and sisters that were a part of this program here together again. These young and brilliant minds have come together to create this artwork that is before you. And you know, they really tested their boundaries. They stepped outside of their comfort zones and they tried something new. And I've seen so much growth personally from this group. And I'm so proud to see everything that they've accomplished together. Initiatives like these are vital to the livelihood of communities. They foster creativity, confidence, and communication skills, while bringing like-minded youth together for a great cause. As for myself, I was a part of a program similar to this as a youth, and for me, it changed my personal trajectory. It was a complete 180 for myself. It revealed opportunities that I didn't even know existed. And through that, I learned so much about myself. And I say that because not only did these youth learn how to take photos, but they learn how to listen to their voice. And it's that voice inside that can communicate an idea, concept, or a feeling. It's the same voice that shapes their view on the world that they live in. It's a voice that needs to be heard and it needs to be empowered, never silenced. And so to every person here today, I truly believe that you are empowering their voices. You are the reason that they are being heard, and I think that everyone in this room deserves a round of applause for helping empower these brilliant voices. And I thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Brian. Our next speaker this evening, Deborah Williams, is the TDSB trustee for Ward 10, University Rosedale Center. No, Toronto Center. Sorry, I missed a part of it. It's very long.
I will tell you what I do. Thank you so much, everyone. So my name is Deborah Williams, and I'm actually the school board trustee for Toronto District School Board. I represent 2 city wards, University Rosedale, where this school is located, and Toronto Center, where our amazing organization that's collaborated with the students is located. So I just want to thank everyone that organized this event. First of all, this school administration, teachers, students, and just the collaboration of community that came together to put everything together. I'm very appreciative and thank everyone who was involved in organizing the event. So this exhibition is really a wonderful collaboration between the Rosedale Heights School of the Arts and the Neighbourhood Information Post. As I mentioned, Rosedale Heights is located in the University Rosedale ward, and the Neighbourhood Information Post is located in Toronto Center. So the collaboration that's represented by this exhibit stems from an initiative of the School Improvement Plan for Rosedale Heights. Some of the goals that were set by the school and the students to really engage community. The collaboration that's represented by this exhibition really shines a light on our collective commitment to equity and building partnerships within a greater community. So as many of you might know, at the Toronto District School Board in February, we celebrate Black History Month. And this year's theme for Black History Month at Toronto in February is Our Black Is. And I just want to acknowledge and appreciate some of the brilliance that's come out showing what our Black is. I can see it here in the artwork that's displayed. I can see it here in the faces of the students and the community members. You know, you've heard young, gifted, and Black. It's really represented here in the amazing artwork and the voice that that artwork represents in the creative expression that's been displayed here. And my heart is really filled with gratitude and appreciation for being invited to share this moment this evening with you. And I just want to thank you for that. And I'm just blown away by the creativity and the work that the students have done. So thank you again for inviting me.
Well, thank you very much. And I gotta tell you, like all the other speakers who came before me, I want to just give a big shout out to the artists, to the kids from Moss Park. And I'm gonna call you kids, as I have a lot of affection for each and every single one of you, because we saw this exhibit earlier, the first time it was mounted at the Parliament Street Library. And can I just get hands for the kids who are in the audience who had a camera? Don't be shy, don't be shy. There, okay. Can everyone just take a look at those little hands that are popping up? Because I want you to see the face of Moss Park. Not only will you see them and their work represented in the beautiful photographs, I think it's really important that they got the courage to tell their story. And there's something so beautiful and honest about photography. Yes, you can digitally manipulate it afterwards, but when you take it from a point of view through the eyes of a child, it's so innocent. And I just want to say thank you for sharing your Moss Park, the way you see Moss Park, with us here today. And I know that many people walk through this amazing school, because this is, after all, the Rosedale Heights School of the Arts. And that means there are very influential people sometimes walking through the school, including some parents. And I'm hoping that those parents have a chance to also see what our little neighborhood kids can do just on the other side of Bloor Street. You know, it is an honor to be here with all of you for Black History Month, looking backward to see the contributions of Black Canadians in nation building. I also like to look forward into what Black Liberation Month could do for us as Canadians, understanding that by giving children and youth the opportunity to be successful, to tell their stories, they're helping us plant the seeds for the future. And this is a huge community collaboration. We wouldn't be here without the gracious hosting from the Rosedale Heights community, and we wouldn't have the works to view without Neighbourhood Information Post, who reached out to the communities in partnership saying, how do we work together? Let us remember that this project began as an idea coming out of COVID. And that was a time where we were all shuttered up and we didn't really know how to respond to one another. And these kids went out with cameras and they started to document what they saw. It's a real gift. It truly is. And so I want to say thank you for giving us this gift, something that we'll get to cherish. These photographs will hopefully last forever, but I also know that this is the beginning of the body of work that you will only have a chance to build upon. There's no place that you cannot sit in, whether it's the teacher's chair, the principal's chair, the mayor's chair, the premier's chair, the prime minister's chair. You will go far. And take us with you. We want to be a part of your journey. Thank you very much to Neighbourhood Information Post, the Rosedale Heights School of the Arts, to our esteemed trustee and our city councillor for all that you do, and for everybody who touched this project directly or indirectly. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Happy Black History Month to everyone. It is so nice to be back here in this school. I was privileged to be the trustee here for 6.5 years. And it was one of my favorite schools. Well, all my schools are my favorite schools, but I always say that. And it's wonderful to see, you know, acting principal Esther Brooks here today and her team. Thank you for hosting us, as I know you have many times over the years, bringing people from various parts of the city who are marginalized, like Moss Park. And thank you to Gladys Wong and her team for really, you know, putting Moss Park on the map. I've always known the people of Moss Park are extraordinary, especially the students. You know, I have been in that space for over 25 years in various reasons, be it as a healthcare worker, a school board trustee, now as a counselor. So, and for me, it's always been to also to showcase and highlight our young people. And it is so nice to see just a taste of it in the Moss Park Photostory. So thank you for that. Again, there's so much more to tell. They have such a rich history and culture in the Moss Park community. You know, one of the things I have done in the last 15 months since I've been a councillor, it feels so much longer, is meet with university presidents. You know, Mohammed, who's the president of TNU, York University, U of T, George Brown, and I say to them, listen, go into our neighborhoods, our Moss Park neighborhoods, and bring those kids into those spaces and make them feel welcome so that they can actually be the best self over time. So it's really important. The first thing I did this morning actually was I spoke at the Black Staff Network of the city. We actually have that. And I spoke at the North York branch. I went all the way up to 5050 Yonge Street, where I spent a lot of my time as school board trustee at the Civic Center, actually at the library there. And we talked about mentorship within the city and working together to, you know, bring each other up. Because I know too that, like the school board, like the city, yes, we talk about equity and bringing people in regards to employment equity, but do people feel safe when they're actually there? You know, one of the executive directors at the city said to me, you know, when she got here, there were 7 Black executive directors at the city. Now there's only 2. Why is that, right? Why is that? So we must do better. We must bring each other up, must mentor each other, and so that young people can actually, you know, have a place in this city. You know, it's been a very challenging few months for me personally because I've been I've been talking about Henry Dundas, for example, and some of the harms that he has done over the time he was Minister of Immigration and Slavery. And, you know, even though he never came into North America, he actually had his proxies come here and did cause harm to the people of North America. He also went into the Caribbean, more specifically Haiti. Haiti was the first Caribbean island that actually emancipated, you know, and was free from slavery. And it was Henry Dundas who went into Haiti and enslaved those people again, and had them pay retribution to the landowners, which were French. He was British, but you know, they were French. So that was one example of the harms caused through generations, and we need to change and make things better. And this is why I'm pushing, for example, for the name change of young Dundas to Sankofa, which means going back in a good way, pre-slavery, and moving forward together in a good way, right? So it means a lot to the Black community, it means a lot to me. And as a city councillor, I push the boundaries because I can and I will continue to do that. So it's great to be here during the month of February. Black history is every day, but it's nice to highlight it in the month of February here in Canada. I know that we celebrate Caravana in August, which is really a time of emancipation. There's a great history there. But even though we celebrate it in August here in Canada, we actually celebrate it in various months across the Caribbean. When I visited my mother over Christmas, they were just getting ready for Caravana in January. So again, depending where you are, you know, you're always celebrating emancipation. So again, happy Black History Month to everybody.
One project that has particularly resonated with me is the Youth of Moss Park Photostory Project, an initiative aimed at empowering young people to tell their own stories through the lens of a camera through the project. The youth not only hone their photography skills, but also have discovered the power of storytelling as a means of self-expression. The impact of the Photostory project extends far beyond images captured. it also has provided a platform for the youth to amplify their voices, share their experience, and advocate to change within their community. As I reflect on my time spent working in Moss Park, I am filled with gratitude for the opportunity to be part of such a vibrant and dynamic community. Together, we have celebrated triumphs, overcome challenges, and forged lasting connections that will continue to enrich our lives for years to come. Moss Park may just be a neighborhood on the map, but to me, it's a testament to the power of community collaboration and collective action to create positive change in the world.
So basically, we took a lot of photos of Moss Park, and the true beauty is that not only did we get to collab with each other, but we got to show the true beauty of what our community is.
Yeah, it was a great experience where I definitely learned how to hone my photography skills. And even though I came in a bit late, I still like a surreal feeling having my work featured in a physical copy, a real book.
I think we all bonded well, just having the camera, having different settings with the camera, and just taking as much pictures as we like to see what everyone would like, and I just thought it was fun.
Pick up and increase our photography skills. Not only that, but we were able to take pictures of our local community where we've been growing up, and also do it alongside some friends and local citizens.
The challenges, I guess, like angles you have to get the picture right. Just getting those type of angles is probably the most difficult part about it, because you want the picture to be good, but you don't want it to be just mediocre. You want it to be like outstanding. It stands out from the others. So yeah, I'm saying getting an angle is probably one of the hardest things about it.
Becoming accustomed to like the terminology and stuff, like ISO, shutter speed, white balance, all that stuff, to try and figure out how you can use them all in the perfect way to capture the moment as best as possible, as true to life as possible.
It was kind of like a new thing to me, so I guess learning like the different things required to learn about, like how to hold the camera, the different aspects, like the settings, the lighting, and like angles, and also like the different terms used. All that was kind of new, and it was a challenge, but luckily I was able to go through it and be able to, and this was the result.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms, and if you need more information, go to our website.